Hi guys, Mrs. Lloyd here with Pete the cat, and today what we're going to do is show you what is in the supply bag that you are going to use to start school. And your parents can pick up the supply bags from my house starting tomorrow on Monday morning, anytime between 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. I'm going to leave them on a table in front of my house, and you guys can just drive by. Someone can jump out, pick up the bag that's labeled with your name, and then you'll have all of your supplies. So, Pete, should I show them or should you show them? Wow, I don't think my paws are strong enough to hold the bag. What? Okay, I'll show them. Thanks, Pete. All right, let's look at it. This is what you will see when you come by my house tomorrow. It will be labeled with your child's name or your name if you're the first grader, and it will say supply bag. Now, in the supply bag, there's a little alphabet letter cookie treat for me and all kinds of stuff. So let's look at it. If I take everything, I'm using Sebastian's bag. Hope that's okay, Sebastian. If I take everything out of the bag, the first thing I see is your login card. Now this is going to be very important to be able to log in on your Chromebook from your home. And you'll actually use the same looking card when you come back to school and you're logging in on your Chromebooks at school. And this yellow paper is just kind of a little informational sheet for your parents. The next thing is this cardstock. It's a green heavy piece of paper, and it's our first grade schedule, when you will log on with me and when your day will be done. And so if I were you, I would take this and I would put it right by your Chromebook in your school area that you're going to be using. The next thing we have is your nightly folder, and you will use this all year, even once we start coming back to school in person. So if I open that, I see that here's a sticker that has a school bus and it says return to school. So once we start going to school, anything that needs to be turned in to me, like say your homework's due, then you will put in the front of this folder and bring it back. Underneath, I put your login information again, just in case you ever lose this card. Now this card I would just put right in your school area, right by your Chromebook where you're going to log in every day. I would have all of this like in a stack right in your school area so that you are ready for school and everything that you need is in one spot. So there's that login, but just in case we have a second login. Now in this folder is a lot of good information and resources. We have all of the sight words. In first grade, we'll call those rainbow words. We have them to what you need to know by the end of first grade, which is 200 words, or we even have them going to 400 because I like every first grader to get as far as you can until you reach 400. But our first grade goal is actually 200 words. After that, we have all of the different letters, vowel sounds, and vowel combinations that we will learn. There's blends in there. There's vowel teams. How fun looking through there. And then we have glued sounds. We have different strategies we can use when we're sounding out words. We have different things we use when we're writing to check our paper to make sure that we've used our writer's eye and there's no mistakes. We have more words that we'll be learning this year. We have 6 syllables that I'll be teaching you. Can't wait to do that. We have everything that we'll be doing in math this year. There's days of the week if you're ever writing in your journal and you need to spell a word, you can look there. My papers are sticking. There's the way we write our alphabet, numbers to 120, which we will work on, and we'll be able to count. This year we're going to learn how to count by 2s, by 5s, and by 10s, and by 1s to 120. So it's going to be a lot of fun. This is all about growth mindset. In fact, at the very beginning of school, starting next week, I'm going to be talking to you a lot about growth mindset. And what that means is that learning that as we make mistakes, it helps us be stronger and it helps our brain grow. So this is our folder, and even though you're not coming to school yet, you could keep papers in there that we use so that you don't lose your papers. It could be like a little folder that you could organize your papers in, and it's resources for you. Another thing we have that we'll be using is our Foundations Reference Notebook. I'm going to call this notebook the OWL Notebook. We'll be using that, and there's a ton of information in there that I'll show you when we start to use it. Then I'm going to call this notebook our Pencil Notebook. I know there's an owl on it also, but the pencil is much bigger. So to tell these two notebooks apart, this one will be the owl book, and this one will be the pencil book. There is a little paper that's like heavy paper that's laminated that we're going to use to be our whiteboards while you're at home when we're practicing writing letters and words and sentences. There is this paper, which is all of our letter tiles. Sorry, made a mistake there. And what we need to do is we need to cut out each of these letters as carefully as we can, because these are going to be letters that we use that are like tiles that we will put together to build words. So we need to cut them out. So like the A will be cut out, the B around each square, and here around the rectangles, even these, and even this blank one. We'll use this blank one for sure. Don't write on it. We're gonna cut them out, and on the back, I stapled it back for you, so you can put them inside the bag all cut out, and then we will put it in your school area so it's ready to use and all those tiles are ready to go. Okay, and then the next thing we have is our white writing journal. We're going to be writing in this. It has a place for sentences and a place for our pictures. And then I gave you a dry erase marker, and that is for your whiteboard. This. But I didn't give you an eraser because you can just find an old sock that doesn't have a partner and put that in your school area. In fact, you could even put this marker inside your sock so that when it's time, you have your whiteboard, your sock with your marker inside it, and you can write, and then you can use your sock and you can erase just like that. So that's going to be the supplies that I give you for your school area. Now you will want a pencil box that has different things that you probably used in kindergarten, like 2 pencils, scissors, markers, and maybe some crayons. And that's really all you'll need in your pencil box. And so besides that, you will be pretty much set to go. Now I'm going to make a different video to show you how to use your Chromebook, but that was just to show you how to use your supply bag, and make sure you keep all of those supplies in your school area so that when we log on together and I say, okay, it's time to get out that pencil book, you go, oh, here it is right here, and you have it. Or if I say, okay, you guys, time to get out your whiteboards, you go, oh, I've got my whiteboard, got my marker inside my sock. All right, you guys, you have an awesome night, and I hope you enjoy your supply bag. I'm super excited to see you at school whenever we can do that, but I'm gonna start meeting you on WebEx meetings tomorrow, which I can't wait for. All right, bye you guys.